My name is Shane East. I'm the CEO of Digital Twin Studios. We build video games for safety training. A digital twin is a virtual replica of a real-world asset. So for instance, an offshore oil and gas platform, they may need a virtual version of that to do training or to design a standard operating procedure, or maybe even in engineering to take measurements that are to scale. So a digital twin allows you to do all that in an environment where you don't have to actually fly out to the platform, or maybe the platform doesn't even exist yet because it's still under construction. Our product is valuable because it allows engineers to see equipment prior to construction, so they can come up with standard operating procedures, safety procedures, and ways of utilizing their equipment before they even have it in hand. So it speeds up development, it gets things to the field faster, it helps with a lot of that. The training we build is considered interactive versus traditional training that's considered passive. So if you're sitting in a classroom all day, you end up tuning out at some point. If you're watching a video, you can press play and you can walk away and grab a cup of coffee or something and come back to it. Even if you're flipping through PowerPoint slides, everything's passive. You have to read, you have to follow through. With immersive gaming as a learning medium, you are immersed in it. You have to follow through with the game and be immersed in the environment, and it's like virtual on-the-job training. So you end up retaining the information a lot better. And the research shows that we get about 40% better information retention with the kind of games that we build versus what you see normal classroom or PowerPoint or video type training. The most exciting part about working in VR and AR as a training medium is that we get to make things happen that wouldn't necessarily happen in real life. So we can expose trainees to situations that would never happen or would hopefully never happen in real life. We can make things explode when they make the wrong decision. We can expose people to recreations of incidents that have happened in the past, so they get to see it real time and be immersed in the environment when they can see the conditions that led to an incident. Hopefully it helps people think through how not to do those same kind of incidents in the future. We receive a lot of positive feedback from our clients. One of the main things they like about working with us is that we're subject matter experts. So especially in oil and gas, pipeline, and marine, we've done consulting and training in those areas prior to building this e-learning content. And so we understand the content. When they ask us to build something, we don't have to spend days and days and days with their subject matter experts to try and learn the content before we build it. We already know. So they basically just point us in a direction and we go. So one of the challenges we have as a company is that the price of VR and AR development and gaming development has been very expensive for a long time. So its reputation is that it is expensive to buy and to develop. As a veteran-owned company, we all saw it in the military. We were using simulators. We worked on this kind of content, and we've seen it at NASA for 30 years. For decades, they've been using it with aircraft. But now the prices have come down enough to where the development costs are inexpensive. It's as cheap as producing video. It's almost as cheap as developing some slideshows. And so just getting the word out to the smaller companies, some of the ones that aren't quite as plugged in with kind of the bleeding edge of tech, has been kind of a challenge, letting them know. The Shells of the world, the BHPs and the BPs of the world, they understand, they've seen it, and they're developing this kind of content. So our job is really to get the message out to the smaller companies. At Digital Twin Solutions, we gauge success by the number of happy customers that we turn out every month. If my customers that I'm doing development with feel like they're getting good content and that it really is going to help them out, we feel like we've done our job.